Good morning, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started for today, our Thursday. I hope you enjoyed yesterday, Veterans Day. You took a break and you thanked somebody for their services to our country. A quick reminder that any makeup work or corrected virtual notebook pages, you need to email me and let me know so that I can change your grade. Thank you for those of you who have already started sending those emails in. So we only have 2 more weeks till Thanksgiving break if you count this week, and we're almost done with this week. A quick reminder that tomorrow, Friday, if you don't see your history class, you need to do the attendance check-in lesson, okay, so that you're counted present. So today we're going to just be talking again about the Constitution, the ideas behind this big historical document. We're going to identify the rules or principles of the Constitution in political cartoons. So last time we met on Tuesday, we defined the principles, and today we're going to look at examples in political cartoons. Why this is important? Well, there must be basic rules in order to structure society. Remember that the point of having government is to make sure that we are able to be happy and healthy in our society, that there's rules, and so that we're safe. And at the end of class today, you will justify your response on a practice question about the principles of the Constitution. We did look at several practice questions on Tuesday, but today we're going to look at another one. But it's going to be your turn. So we're going to grab a piece of paper today. It doesn't need to be a big one. It can be just a sticky note, for example. Okay? And I want you to go ahead and write down, I remember, and 1 through 3. And I want you to take a couple of minutes to write down 3 things that you remember about the Principles of Constitution lesson on Tuesday. Okay, let's do that now. All right, now we're going to watch a quick video about the Principles of the Constitution. Okay, everybody, now what we're going to do, we're going to add 4 and 5. And now that you've watched the video, I want you to write 2 more things that you were reminded of from the video about the principles of the Constitution, okay? Now we're going to share out some of these big ideas. Thank you for sharing. So today, ladies and gentlemen, again, the principles of the Constitution, we look at them kind of like superheroes because they're meant to protect us from the government, by the government, making sure that it is run by the people, okay? We give the government its power. We give the power to the government by choosing leaders in this democracy. Here is a very important page. It gives us the definitions of each principle of government. A quick note that I did adjust popular sovereignty to include the idea that people choose to give power to the government. It just changed a little bit. I think it'll help with today's activity. And limited government. Another thing that we discussed last week was how the Magna Carta was tied to the idea of limited government from way back in 1215. We talked about how this King John had been really, really overpowerful and taking advantage. So the people came together and forced him to sign the Magna Carta, stating that, you know what, he can't do whatever he wants anymore. It limited the government for the first time ever. And it put into play the idea of due process, the rights of people charged with a crime. Remember, no free man shall be seized or imprisoned or stripped of his rights or possessions unless done so except by the lawful judgment of his equals or by the law of the land. The idea that if you are charged with a crime, the king can't just chop off your head. Not anymore, according to the Magna Carta. He's limited. And now you have rights. You'll be sent to trial by other citizens. Now, today's activity is in your notebook. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not in your notebook. I apologize. It is in the Google Classroom, okay? And it is called the Principles Application Activity. Now, today's the first time where I am going to allow you to work with a partner if you'd like. We will try this, okay? But slide 1, you have all the definitions. And each slide after, you have political cartoons and they are referring to one of these principles. Okay? Now, each principle can only be used once. So if that helps, know that it's not a trick. There are 7 slides with cartoons, one for each principle of the government. Now you'll notice it says type your answer here and explain how these cartoons represent the principle you have chosen. So you can't just write the name of the principle. You need to explain with your partner, if you'd like, why or how these cartoons represent that principle of government. Now down at the very bottom, here is your practice question. The President shall have power by and with the advice and consent of the Senate to make treaties provided 2/3 of the senators present concur. This excerpt provides one example of which constitutional principle. Now, this is some tough words. So while you're working it out with your partner, you know what? This is a great time to kind of look up some words, okay? And I'm, of course, here to help you with some of the tough words in this excerpt while you try to match it to one of the principles and explain why, okay? Good luck. We're here, and tomorrow it's Friday. I'm really excited about Thanksgiving. You guys are working hard. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.